Here's how marijuana is grown. First, the seeds are placed into soil.
Then, white roots form and eventually peek out of the ground.
Leaves form and the plant continues to grow with watering and sunlight.
Then, the plant starts producing flower buds. This is the stage where the plant becomes sticky and aromatic.
When the buds are fully developed, growers cut down the plant.
Buds are hung upside down in a dark, cool room for about a week to dry.
Marijuana was initially intended for medical use, but now it is commonly used recreationally.
Marijuana abuse is also a relevant problem in society. Have you ever tried to smoke marijuana?
Well, let me show you why you shouldn't.
First, when you smoke, the tetrahydrocannabinol or THC ligand will enter your bloodstream. This ligand is unnatural to the body and comes from cannabis plants.
Then, it travels from the bloodstream to the brain, making it an example of endocrine signaling.
Normally, the brain releases ligands anandamide and 2-AG when needed to help regulate mood, appetite, memory, and response to pain.
They bind to the CB1 receptors and CB2 receptors, which are G protein coupled receptors that sit in the cell membrane.
When the G protein is activated, it inhibits the production of the second messenger, cAMP. This prevents neurons from releasing uncontrolled or excess signals.
The G proteins also activate protein kinases, which amplify the release of important neurotransmitters. However, again, the anandamide and 2-AG ligands cause the response of neurotransmitters production to be regulated. Then, when the release of neurotransmitters is equalized, the anandamide and 2-AG is not needed anymore, unbinding from the G protein receptors.
The adenyl cyclase is reactivated and cAMP can re-enter the neuron cell. When THC is introduced to the brain, it binds to the CB1 or CB2 receptors for longer, which activates the G proteins more strongly, preventing even more cAMP second messengers from entering the neurons and fewer neurotransmitters to then be released.
This is why marijuana causes slower reaction times, weaker short-term memory, altered perceptions, or reduced coordination.